My name is Moyo That's Babatune. Some of you may know me because I've been in your DMs lately and on your emails. I handle both import and export operations here at Terminal Africa. Joined with me here is my co-host and my CEO, Namdi Oko. Please wave to our guests. Right. Down to the business of the day. Today, we're going to be talking about understanding invoice clustering and some examples for clarity. We'll also be talking about bad descriptions, some examples as well. We'll also be having our live demo session, which Namdi would be hosting for our new AI HS code feature. This feature is coming soon just to make booking process seamless for you, and so we can manage this invoice clustering and bad descriptions. We'll also be having a Q&A session at the end of the webinar. So you guys can drop your questions in the Q&A box. At the end of the webinar, I would attend to your questions and we'll share these slides as well. Why are we having this webinar? Thank you so much, guys, for joining us again. Lately, we've been having issues with a lot of packages. We've been having delays at customs. We've been having incorrect charges for duties and taxes. We've been having shipments rejections and return at the export centers. The reason why we've been having these delays are no other than invoice clustering and bad descriptions. Before I break it down, what do we understand by invoice clustering, right? When a customer books a package, I'll show an example. When a customer books a package and you include all the items in your package under one single HS code, that is what invoice clustering is. This is an example. This shipper has a pair of white shoes, a brown leather bag, and a fictional book in one box. This shipper proceeds to book everything under one single HS code. This looks convenient and easy and straightforward, but this has been causing a lot of delays with your packages. This is the right way to book a shipment. Itemize each item in your package one by one. A pair of white shoes, create another item. A brown leather bag, create another item, a fictional book. Now we move to the second reason why we've been having these issues with our packages: bad descriptions. Bad descriptions could mean vague descriptions of your items. It could also mean the use of local names. It could be you booking a package and saying clothes. Clothes is a vague description. Clothes for personal use, it's not a direct description of what's in your package. It makes it hard when it gets to the customs at the receiving country for them to identify the items in your package and bill you for your duties accordingly. Hence, delays start to happen. These are examples of bad descriptions. You're booking a shipment, it's convenient for you to write egusi instead of melon seed. It's convenient for you to write ori instead of shea butter. It's also convenient for you to write ogbono instead of bush mango seed. Mind you, the people at the receiving country have no idea what these items are. So you either use generic names or the English names for these items. Booking a shipment and using women up and down, it's not clear. Is it a woman blouse? Is it a woman wrapper or a skirt? Black kaftan. I'm sure only Nigerians understand what kaftan is. When it gets to the receiving country, they have no idea what a kaftan is. They want to know if it is a shirt, if it is a trouser, if it is a suit. They just want to understand the items in your package to avoid delays, to avoid your package being set aside for customs inspections. So like I said, clustering and bad descriptions may seem like a very convenient move and a shortcut, but has actually been causing a lot of delays and headache. So guess what? Here at Terminal Africa, to make life easy for you, our customers, and also for us, so we can give you the right delivery SLA times that you've promised your customers, we've created a new seamless booking process. My co-hosts and CEO would be taking us on a live demo session on how to properly book your shipments on the platform. Over to you, Namdi.
Okay. Hello. Hi guys. My name is Namdi, CEO at Terminal Africa. Before I go into this amazing updates that we have on the platform, I want to first have a walkthrough of what we have currently and what you guys have been experiencing day to day, and just sort of pick off on some of the points that Mobabs made during our presentation on some of the challenges that this process is currently creating. And then we'll look at this amazing feature that we've would be out from next week and should, hopefully solve all these problems. So you guys are all familiar with this process. This is what we're used to now. And, what you typically do is you would type in the item that you're shipping. In this case, I would say, clothes, which is what a lot of you are currently doing, even though this is not a great description. And so you'd say clothes, maybe it's clothes for men, and then you'd pick maybe it's a cardigan that you're shipping. And then obviously assign the value and then save, right? This is what you guys are doing currently. Now, there are three main issues with this process. First being the descriptions, like Mobabs talked about. Second being clustering. That's like putting multiple things in this description and picking just one item of the menu. And the third being HS code mismatch. I think there was a question in the comments on this issue. So not to worry, over the course of the demo, you'd see how that issue has been resolved. And now we'll take this one at a time, right? So the first is the description. I think we understand why people describe things like this. Generally, you are shipping clothes, so that's what you want to say. But the issue here is, especially now with the new environment with tariffs and duties, customs officials want to know exactly what it is. So when you're shipping clothes, is it t-shirts? Is it trouser? Is it fabric? They want to know exactly what it is, so they know the duty that is to be applied. Because clothes, if it's polyester, if it's cotton, if it's wool, different countries have different tariffs, and so that's why officials want to know exactly what you are shipping. Now, the other issue here is people do things like this: clothes and bags, and then pick this and save. And of course, this will just go on your invoice. This again is another issue. If you are shipping clothes and bags in the box, you should separate them, right? So again, you specify the clothes, but each one should be on an individual line. So you want to put something like men's t-shirt, okay, men's cotton t-shirt, for example, okay, as one item, and then I add another item as leather bag, if that's the kind of bag that I'm shipping. But the last issue here is there are certain items that I think we initially built this HS code list of the most common items that people ship day to day. If some of you were on our previous webinar, you'd have heard this customer ask about a certain issue that they had where they were shipping a specific, I think it was a mechanical part or something, and they couldn't find the HS code, so they just picked like the closest thing. So this is an example of some of these machine parts. And when people can't find the HS code, they just pick the closest thing. So they'll go here, okay, what I might be shipping is a part for a motorcycle, but I'll just pick a car part and put it as conveyor belt. This is a valve, but I picked the HS code for a conveyor belt. Again, this will cause an issue. So this one is on us for sure. But the other parts of clustering and descriptions, I think we've tried to educate as much as possible. But naturally, when you're busy doing a lot of things, it can be difficult to get these things right. So this is what we are dealing with today. And so now I'm going to transition to the new dispensation, hopefully from next week. And I think it's just going to be clear how this new process is going to make your lives so much more easier. So I'm going to go through just to get to the items section again. So I'll just pick an address here. Okay. Now, what's the first thing you notice here is this is completely different, right? You don't really have the menu to pick HS codes or whatnot. What we're expecting you to do, or what this new system is expecting you to do, is to describe the item that you're shipping. So I'm going to first of all start with the bad descriptions that we've become so accustomed to. So I'm going to go with clothes, right? And so the system, of course, using AI, first of all, tries to understand what it is that you've put in the box. And then if you put a general description like clothes, it's then going to try to get you to specify. So you see here, I have men's cotton trousers. Is it a suit? Is it polyester shirts? Is it women's cotton blouse? And so because I've put in something very general, it's then going to get me to be specific, right? So if I put in something like red t-shirt, for example, and I search, this is a bit more specific. I've said I'm shipping a t-shirt, but it's still going to help me, right? Because I've said it's a red t-shirt, but is it cotton t-shirt? Is it polyester? Is it for women? Is it for men? So here I can just pick up, men's cotton t-shirt. It's already put in the HS code for me, so I don't need to know that. And I can simply just assign the value and save, right? And so this is the general process. It seems very simple, but this thing, it blows my mind every time. And so we'll take another example, right, of, local. I think one of the things Babs touched on was the local items. So we know egusi, we know atarodo, but customs in the US, they don't know what that is, right? So if you put egusi on your description, these things won't be accepted in customs and it will just cause delays. So in this new process now, I'm going to put in atarudo, which is, we all know is pepper, right? But now what the system is going to do is it's going to take that and give me the description in English. And you can see here, it gave me a whole bunch of options, right? Is it fresh? Is it dried? Is it frozen? Is it pickled? Is it the pepper powder? And so this is another example of how to take a local item and give you description. You can see the description it's 4 words, very clear what you're shipping. Put in the quantity, you put in the value, and you save. Okay. So in this instance, there's no issue of, if you even know the HS code of what you want to ship, you can come in here, put in that HS code, and it will describe the item for you. So in this process, there should be absolutely nothing that you can't ship. And then we look at the other instance of clustering. So here I'm going to put laptops and bags, right? In this instance, again, you're not going to be allowed to submit things like this. It's then going to give you the options. So you see here, are you actually shipping a laptop or a bag? So it's giving me this, there's a notebook computer, which is obviously the laptop. There's laptop bag. So it's even trying to help me. Maybe I'm making a mistake. That's what I'm shipping is a laptop bag, right? So there's laptop bag that's, textile on the outer layer, or leather, or plastic, or paperboard. So what really helps this system is for you to be as descriptive as possible. So don't just put something generic. If you put something generic, it will give you options. But if you've been very specific with what you are shipping, then the system sort of rewards you with an even better description and the right HS code. The other thing that we've done here is we know there are certain items that you are shipping every single day, right? Your customers are generally shipping those items. And so instead of you coming here to search for the items all the time, what you can do is, let's say men's, cotton t-shirts is a very common one. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Okay, there you go. Men's cotton t-shirt, right? What I can then do is I can add this to favorites. So this is a new feature that we've included, right? And with your favorites, let's say I save this item, okay? And I process the shipment. When you come back again, okay, to process another shipment, you have this option to select from your favorites. So you don't need to start searching for that men's cotton shirt again, and finding the HS code. You just pick it off and send. So this also saves you time for those repeat orders. There are many things that people ship: dried fish, egusi. You can add those things to your favorites once you've found the perfect description and HS code, and just pick it up again. So even for your staff, you guys that have staff that are booking your shipments, if you take 1 day, right, to make life easy, because some of your staff may not be capable as you, the business owner, to do these things. You just take 1 day, come to this system, all those items that people ship constantly through you guys, create all the favorites, save it there, and let your staff be picking those descriptions. So this system is obviously going to be very useful to you, and yeah, we hope you guys enjoy using the feature. So if you have any questions, we'll be happy to take them now.
Thank you so much, Nnamdi. We can all agree that Terminal is persistently and consistently trying to make your lives better during booking process. So now we can start taking questions. Please raise your hands if you want to speak, and if you want to type in your questions, please type in your questions.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. John. Can hear you.
Sometimes I used to put 0.5. I was like 1 kg or 1.5 thereabout.
So you are still required to put in the weight of the item and the quantity like you normally do.
All right, okay.
Does that make sense? So even when you've gotten your description, still put in the weight and the quantity and value. Okay, the system is not doing that automatically for you. So you still need to put those things in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. It seems Mr. John is struggling with network, but I hope you got that bit. We'll take the next person on the queue, Mr. Joseph Okoli.
Everyone. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Joseph. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry I did not join from the beginning, so I'm not sure if this question of mine has been tackled. Now, I saw Mr. Victor, sharing some features. So I am asking, are the features updated already, or you're going to update the app in the future? Do we have it now? Because the app I'm looking in front of me doesn't have those drop-down features from when you want to name whatever you want to send.
The feature isn't live yet. I think the plan is to take this live from next week. So we felt like it was important to have this, webinar before publishing, so people are not taken by surprise with the update, and there's a level of confusion and things like that. So it should be live from Monday. And so if you're trying to process a shipment now and you're experiencing any of these issues, I think you can reach out to either your account manager or any of our customer support channels, so we can find a way to help you resolve any issues with the invoice.
Okay, thank you so very much. That's helpful. This feature you just talked about was really, really helpful. I struggle most times to describe, some of the items I ship because your drop down is usually very limited. I can remember the last one I did this week for FedEx. It was a nightmare. I almost took my shipment elsewhere. They said FedEx had come with new rules. You have to describe everything. You're putting in down to the letter, and meanwhile your drop down does not help with the description FedEx is asking for. So it took us like 3 hours. I was in the office at Majawa Estate. Even the lady there, the guy there, were all struggling. So we had to do the closest proximity to see if it goes. And after all the nightmare, later on, think somebody is in Mo called to say they need a product description of the, and I'm like, what? They are fabrics. So they want to know if it's 100% cotton. I have over about 190 kg. I have to start bringing each fabric out to say, okay, this is 100% cotton, this is 20% linen. Come on, you know, it's so
Yeah.
this will really, if it's what you've just mentioned, it's a good one. Kudos to the team working on it.
Thank you very much. I think we empathize with your pain. I think it's something that also has been giving the operations team here a lot of nightmares as well. So I think we're all definitely looking forward to this, and I'm glad to hear that feedback from you as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Namdi, we have just one question left in the Q&A session without an answer. You can go ahead and take that. From Mr. Aligo Emmanuel.
Okay, so generally you can connect your website to our APIs. On your account, each person has an API key that you can connect to your website. For this particular feature, I believe it should be available through the APIs as well by next week. I'll just confirm that with the team. But once that's up, we should add it to the documentation in case you need to access this.
Okay, Mr. Emmanuel has his hands raised. Please go ahead.
My question is, I asked earlier, the update is cool. It's very nice. But I wanted to know if I can connect you guys' API key to my logistic website in such a way that the website will still be using my own price, not you guys' price.
That's so I don't know if you use so essentially you have a logistics website where
Yes.
your pricing and everything. So
Yes.
which APIs do you want to use from Terminal? Is it what we've just demoed?
The API key I want to use is just like everything you guys are doing, right? Like
shipment.
when a user book from my own end, it will populate at you guys, then create a web view. Then my staff will now send to Terminal or DHL whatsoever.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. Do you have an account with DHL or FedEx or any of these service providers?
No, not yet. I'm just using Terminal.
So in that case, what you're saying is you want to have your own rates, but you want Terminal to help you capture the data for the shipments and things like that. It is possible. So you would just have to do, if you're not connecting your DHL account, we just have to walk you through how you can save the data with Terminal, and also update, the different statuses on your own end. But if you can send us an email, or if you drop your email in the chat, we can get someone to reach out to you to support with that integration. But it's definitely possible.
Okay, I'll appreciate. I've dropped my email already. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Joseph. We have Inaya. Can you
hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. It is concerning DHL weight discrepancy. It is becoming so much. Like me here, what I use is DHL. I don't use FedEx due to my location. They say FedEx you have to drop it off in Lagos, but I drop off here in Normal. But just that anytime I put everything correctly, both the pictures, volumetry correct, once it gets to, I don't know where they used to reweigh, they will bring a different weight, saying that this is the weight of the item. And if you write proof, bring every proof, they still insist that that's the weight. I calculate both the volumetric, the height, weight, and length, everything. So you can help us on this, because every time we keep making paying bills. So it's so worrisome. That's what I want to ask.
Apologize for the inconveniences caused, and we're currently working out something with DHL next week to address this. We've heard all your complaints and we've been on this with DHL. You should just be on the lookout. By next week, we'll come to a conclusion of what we're working on with DHL to address all these issues. We sincerely apologize for the inconveniences this has caused for your business. Okay, we have Tony. Hi, Tony. Good afternoon. Please unmute and ask your question. Nice to have you.
Yeah,
here.
so, all right, thank you. In fact, most of the questions that have been bothering me has been answered in the course of this webinar, which is a good one. I am new. Now, I know of if I want to ship on FedEx, I know I have to take it to FedEx office, right? Then if I want to use what is this Ship Niger, I know I have to drop it at their office. Now, my question now is, what's the difference if I want to use DHL as against using terminal? You know, we are on the rates. We have terminal, we have DHL. So if I decide to use DHL, can I still drop at your Ajao office, or I have to take it to DHL office? Hello? Hello? Wow.
Yeah. Hello? Can you?
Yes, I can hear you now.
So I don't think there's you're free to drop off at Ajao even if you book with DHL.
Okay.
There's no you can drop off any of our shipments at our Ajao office at the drop-off station. So it's not just FedEx that you can drop off there. Any shipments, all the service providers go there to pick up daily. So any terminal, any shipment that you book on terminal can be dropped off at that facility.
Oh, okay. But the last time one of your staff that explained to me said if I use a Ship Niger, I have to take it to their office. But now that I'm hearing it from you, I think that's another update entirely.
Okay, Ship to Niger. Okay, what you're asking is when you book with Ship to Niger
on your platform,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we should still be able to. Maybe that's something we just work out with the team, but you should still be able to drop it off there.
Okay,
is that
no problem.
Convenient for you?
Yes, it's convenient for me. Yes, it's convenient for me. Because living Nako, I just need to enter your office at that place, then going down to Ship Niger office. So using your office is very close to me, and more convenient for
fine.
me.
I think we can figure that out.
Okay, that is fine.
Tony is asking, what's the difference between using terminal rates and DHL rates?
Terminal rate. So I'm guessing you mean like terminal premium or terminal express or terminal freight. There's no difference. These are all terminal rates. So I think that's at your discretion on which service you want to use and which is more convenient for you. But I don't think there's really that much difference, especially when you're comparing with DHL. So some of the terminal rates are not DHL. So some of them still go through FedEx. And so you have to be sure which terminal rates you are using if you're comparing it with DHL. But that's really just at your discretion.
Thank you, Nnamdi. I have two more questions and then we'll wrap up. When I have documents to fill, e.g. international passports, letter, receipt, etc., do I itemize them separately or join them together?
So everything, always better to itemize separately, even if they are all documents, right? Itemize each one. So essentially each separate item in your parcel should be itemized. So if you have a passport, a letter, and a receipt, that means you have 3 items and each one should be listed separately.
Okay, the last question before we wrap up today. Can we purchase FDA certification for shipments not booked on Terminal Africa? Well,
Big no. um, we are not. If you want terminal documentation, you have to book on terminal. So I don't. We are here to provide documents. We want you to book your shipments with us and do your FDA. We get your FDA done for you and all those things. So I guess the real question is, why are you booking elsewhere, Temiloluwa?
why are you booking elsewhere, Mr. Temi?
So, but no,
Please.
that's a big no.
Okay, Mr. Stanley just dropped this one, so we'll just take it and round up. Is the T-Hub session still active? How long will it take to get a landing page with a tracking session on it?
I think it's good that you brought up T-Hub. This is something that we are really looking to overhaul. I think, this year we felt like we've not been able to do as much on T-Hub. So I think that's one to watch out for next year, because there's a lot of things that we're going to be putting into T-Hub. In terms of getting your landing page, if you are just looking for the tracking only link, I think that should take about 48 hours. So you just need to fill the form. I believe it's right there in your account to onboard, and then we'll engage you to complete that setup.
Thank you, Namdi. Thank you to everyone that joined our session today. It has been an interesting session, and I want you guys to be on the lookout for our new booking process. It's coming soon. It's meant to help you guys. It's meant to make booking seamless and easy. We hope moving forward, these issues come to an end and your packages will move smoothly. You book a package, you itemize properly, it gets to the receiving country, and the SLA times are met as well. Thank you to everyone that joined us today. You guys were really amazing. And to everyone that asked the question, thank you so much for participating. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.
All right, guys, take care. Bye.